As recruiters, it's our job to find people, but you're doing yourself a huge disservice if you're making yourself difficult to find. We are ambassadors of our company's employment brand. So before we SEO or search engine optimize your LinkedIn profile, you need to ask yourself, what is your brand? Why are you on LinkedIn? What do you represent? For example, my brand. I want to be seen as a talent sourcer, speaker, recruiter from the Minneapolis area. It's a few words that I would use to describe my brand. Everybody's profile is going to be different based on their own unique brand. By entering in those keywords, you're going to see what profiles are the most relevant based on the keywords that you had envisioned your employment brand to be. Take note of what those profiles look like. What words are they using? Why are they showing up higher than, say, yours? If your profile isn't on the first or second page, perhaps you need to rethink your brand and the keywords you're using. With this demonstration, we're going to give you a few key tips that'll help in getting your profile to show up higher on that search result. I'm going to stick with my profile as an example. Like a resume, it's never perfect. It's always evolving and changing. First and foremost, with any LinkedIn profile, have a clear purpose as to why you're there. This includes the introductory part of your LinkedIn profile, but especially the summary area. This is all very valuable real estate. Thinking about your employment brand, you want to write sentences that have the most keywords in them as possible to reflect why you're there. There does become a point when you can overdo it. Let's say, for example, you're heavily indexing on the word recruiter in your LinkedIn profile. So you add that word, say 500 times in your summary. LinkedIn's search algorithm is smart enough to pick that up and will often penalize you in their search relevancy. Once you've clearly stated your purpose in your summary, then you move down to the media portion. This is an ideal spot to post employment branded videos from your company, job descriptions that you're currently working on, or any other information that you feel would be relevant to your brand. Just recently in 2017, LinkedIn added this cool little dashboard that gives you a snapshot of what's going on with your LinkedIn profile. You can see who's viewed your profile, who's viewing your posts, and how many times your profile has appeared in searches. Now down to activity. This is a big one. LinkedIn also takes into consideration how often you're on LinkedIn and how much you're interacting with LinkedIn. This includes liking information and posting information on the activity feed. If you're unfamiliar how to add activity, simply go to the home button on top of your LinkedIn profile. There you'll see a box where you can enter articles, photos, and mentions. It's also a great idea to tie your LinkedIn profile to your Twitter account. Now back to the experiences area of your LinkedIn profile. When talking about your experiences, you want to add as many keywords as you can that would be relevant to your brand and your purpose on LinkedIn. Then with the remainder of your profile, it's fairly self-explanatory. Make sure you have a thorough, complete LinkedIn profile with anything that you can imagine that would be relevant to your brand. Also be sure to fill out skills and endorsements. Be free to endorse people, and then also ask for recommendations and give recommendations. All are great in helping your SEO value. There's a few more things you can do to greatly increase your SEO on LinkedIn. The first is to have a customized LinkedIn URL. It's quite simple how to do it. Just go to Me, Edit Profile, Edit Public Profile, and URL. What you want to do here is have a URL that's as similar to your name as possible. It makes it easier to find your LinkedIn profile when you're doing a Google search, when someone is trying to search for you by name within LinkedIn. And then finally, your settings. If your goal is to be found on LinkedIn, it's a good idea to customize your settings to make it easy for the public to view your information. Recruiter Central wants to be your preferred search firm for cybersecurity and software engineering. We're going to show you how we find the best talent through blog posts, videos, and training courses. Subscribe to our newsletter. We look forward to partnering with you on your next search.